Is it better to create original content or repurpose an existing idea? This is like the huge, massive, monumental social media marketing question that has everybody's like knickers in a twist, trying to figure out what they should or shouldn't do. And like most things on the internet, it is not an easy answer, but I am gonna walk you through this so you can feel confident in your decision. Now, as a marketer, as a social media person, someone who does this for people quite literally all of the time for my business, and I have for the past 13 years, it is more budget friendly and time conscious for you to create something once and distribute it to all of the places. There are so many people that I know in this space that are having massive success with that. In fact, my buddy Os over at Social T Pro has blown up on YouTube to over 300,000 subscribers at the time of this recording by repurposing his TikTok videos over to YouTube. And this came at a perfect time too, because his TikTok channel actually got deleted for no reason. Just too many people were reporting it because they didn't like the success that he was happening and they were copying him. And so they decided that, look, we're gonna take down your account. So because he had repurposed his content, he was able to save all of that hard work and turn it into something more massive. So like while one was going down, the other was going up, and it was a huge thing to do. We do this for our customers all the time at my agency, where we're like, look, I need you to create a video about this, or we're gonna create this graphic about this, or we're gonna share this link about this. And then we take that same base message, and I feel like we're gonna say base, and we're gonna come back to that, and then we put it in all of the places. That way they can cover the wide field. Now, the thing that makes marketers and creators in general really frustrated about this sort of idea is that, look, you should be really good at one platform, and you should spend time creating for that platform in a way that makes sense. And for that, I'm like 100%. Like when I go about creating my content, I'm creating for YouTube first. Like that is where I have my most success. That is where I have proven success for my leads. It's where I get money for all these different things. This is my business decision to spend time on YouTube. But it's important for me to make sure that I'm maximizing my reach, because so many of my potential customers and my leads are not spending their default time here on YouTube. So when I can repurpose my content, share this YouTube video even just straight up out of from the platform to Facebook, or talk about it on Instagram and share it there, or mention what I'm talking about on TikTok over there, or just taking this same video and repurposing it into a short form vertical video that I put in other places to promote this video, to promote this channel. That is what's going to help me expand my reach and get people to come over here, because I have found that it is important to create really great content on one, to rock face in one platform, and then take that really great content and put it in all of the places to expand my reach. Now, the reason I'm telling you that you should do this and consider this as a strategy is because I know that you're busy and that you have a time limitation and maybe even a funding limitation. If you do not have a dedicated social media manager on a team who can just create stuff for you all the time, or if you have a limited budget on like what you can do, where you can spend time creating for one and distributing for others, is literally the best strategy that you can have. And I'm going to full force encourage you to do that. And if you need help, please give me a call. And here's the big but. Creating content for each platform specifically is where you're going to have an increase in reach and growth on those specific platforms. Now, why am I saying this? Because it's true. And here's my example. And I recently watched a video of Jessica Stansbury where she mapped this out so perfectly. To sum up, she said Instagram Reels and TikTok are not the same. While they have the same format, and definitely Instagram Reels straight up stole TikTok as like a platform, what is successful on these tools is totally different than just sharing from one and re-putting on the other. Now, my good friend Jessica Stansbury recently did a video about how she went viral on TikTok. And this was a really good video because she mapped out this exact thing as to why it's important to consider creating content for each platform individually, because what the audience expects and how the audience will react is going to be very different. She uses the example that when you are on Instagram Reels, that is where you can use a trending audio to have success, and you can do a more sales and promotional kind of content. So I can take this trending audio and then I convert and I can mention something. I can be salesy. I can kind of push a promotion in a tactful kind of a way with my reels. And of course I can support it with that message, because Instagram is still about the long message for success. But then we talk about TikTok. TikTok, where the success lies here isn't in the viral video, the dancing and the music. It's actually in the having a conversation with somebody. This is kind of like almost like the Instagram story sort of mentality, where I'm gonna pull my phone, I'm just gonna have a conversation with somebody and teach them something or talk to them about something that's going on in my life or how I'm feeling about something. That's what's working really well on TikTok for success. So if I'm creating on Instagram Reels this sort of salesy sort of thing and I repurpose it to TikTok, it's probably not gonna do nearly as well. If I'm doing this like long story situation on TikTok where I'm connecting and thriving here, that probably won't work as well on Instagram Reel because people expect that from their stories or even from their feed content. Now, why does this matter? It matters because you want to be creating content that makes sense for the individual platforms. That is why we always encourage you to create something once and then tailor the messaging for that content to the individual platforms. Now, what you're able to do in this instance where you can create one video, maybe it's a trending audio from TikTok or a trending audio from Instagram Reels, and then you can tailor what you see on the screen and what you say in your message so it's specific to the audience and sort of the culture of the different platforms. So let me give you an example. So first up, it's gonna be an audio from Instagram. I want you to pay attention to what the audio is and what the visuals are that you see on screen.
Oh, don't tell anyone I said this, but you're my favorite.
Okay, now I'm gonna use that exact same audio, the exact same base video, but with none of the Instagram text on it. I'm gonna reformat it for TikTok and show you how I made that minor adjustment to not only the visuals that you see on the phone, on the screen, but also in the messaging on TikTok.
Don't tell anyone I said this, but
So you see what I did there? I basically tailored one which was a little bit more salesy, a little bit more businessy on Instagram, and on TikTok I really adjusted it so that it was a lot more fun, it was a lot more trendy, and it was a lot more connectivity. Because when you're looking at these audiences, you have to really know how do these people want to be talked to on this platform, which is why having the conversation about whether you should create original content or repurpose it is so important. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to decide what is best for you. I know for me and for my clients, we're going to continue to create for one platform first and then redistribute and then build upon it from there, because I know that that is the best way to have success based on my years of experience doing it. And what's really great is when you have the right tools in place to help you make it work. So we use a tool called repurpose.io as a way for us to take this original video format from wherever it is, whether it's from TikTok, Instagram Reels, and then we're able to repurpose it effortlessly, watermark free, to all of the different platforms so that we can very easily streamline the success. It's more important to me to streamline the process and increase the reach for my customers than go through the manual process of making all of the adjustments. And then you can build to the next level. Okay, now that I have created this one piece of content, let me download it and I'm gonna re-upload it. And I'm kind of adjust the messaging, adjust the visuals on the video so that it makes sense for the platform. And then the next step is gonna be, okay, I'm gonna create original content for these platforms that I'm on based on what is working best for these platforms so I can have success there. So you really need to ask yourself the conversation, which is more important to you, creating original content or repurposing it? So here's the deal. Ultimately, you have to decide what is right for you based on your time and your budget. Do you have the ability to create something original for every platform? Do you have the team in place to distribute it the way that you want to, make it the way that you want to, and look the way that you want to? Or do you need to kind of streamline and operate as a lean, mean machine? So it's more important to get your message out there and be seen and be heard by creating on one platform that you're really good at and then putting it in all other places. That is up for you to decide. Now, based on this, I want you to watch this video that I have you right here about how to use Repurpose.io as a way to streamline and super simplify your redistribution of your existing content to all the different places that accept vertical video. And watch this video right here because YouTube thinks you are really going to like it. Until next time, I will see you soon.